All dreams are within reach. All you must do is keep moving towards them. A warm good morning to one and all present here. I, on behalf of Center for Web-Based Learning, University of Madras, welcome you all to the webinar on research sponsorship. Believe you can, and you are half the way there. Now, I request Dr. G. Lavanya ma'am. Hello. No, vare. Panta. எல்லாரையும் admit பண்ணியாச்சு. சரி சார், வைங்க சார். Now, I request Dr. G. Lavanya ma'am, the convener of this event, to present the welcome address.
ஆ என்னப்பா
லைவ் ஸ்ட்ரீம்ல நம்ம கூகுள் ஃபார்ம்ஸ் போட்டு வச்சிட்டோம்.
லைவ் ஸ்ட்ரீம்ல கூகுள் ஃபார்ம்ஸ் வருதா?
ஆமா, நீங்க என்ன பண்ணுங்க, எனக்கு இப்போ கூகுள் யூடியூப் லைவ் ஸ்ட்ரீம் நீங்க தனியா அனுப்புங்க. நான் அதை போட்டு எல்லா பேருக்கும் மொத்தமா இப்போ மெயில் அனுப்பிச்சிடுறேன்.
ஓ, லைவ் ஸ்ட்ரீம் லிங்க் தப்பா போயிருக்கா?
ஆமா
சரி, ஓகேப்பா. ஓகே,
தனியா அனுப்புங்க.
சரி, அனுப்புறேன்.
நீங்கள் பேசிக்கொண்டு
Good morning, all. We'll start our webinar in a couple of minutes. Okay. Welcome, Mr. Madhavan, our resource person. So we'll start in a couple of minutes, okay? So let the others join. We shall start our program.
All dreams are within reach. All you have to do is keep moving towards them. A warm good morning to one and all present here. I, on behalf of Center for Web-Based Learning, University of Madras, welcome you all to the webinar on the topic Research Sponsorship. Believe you can. You are halfway there. Now, I request Dr. B. Lavanya ma'am, the convener of this event, to present the welcome address.
The participants, kindly mute your mic. So it's my privilege to welcome you all. So it's my privilege to welcome you all for this webinar on research sponsorships, the most needed topic on this hour, organized by Center for Web-Based Learning, University of Madras. I take the privilege of welcoming Professor S. Gauri, Vice Chancellor, University of Madras, and Professor S. Elumalai, Registrar, University of Madras, in absentia for this webinar. And I welcome our professors of Department of Computer Science, Professor P. Thangavel, Head of the Department of Computer Science, Professor P.L. Chitra, Head in Charge, Department of Network Systems, Professor M. Sornam, and Professor Gopinathan for this webinar. And then I wholeheartedly welcome our resource person, Mr. Madhavan, research scholar, Department of Computer Science, for accepting to be a resource person and share his knowledge on the topic research sponsorship. Welcome, Madhavan. And I welcome all participants present in this webinar for this a knowledge sharing session. I hope there are many research scholars and PG students present in this webinar as participants. It is definitely going to be helpful for you in future and in present, and to identify what are all the various sponsorship avenues available for the PG as research scholars who want to pursue and who is pursuing their research currently. So on the whole, I welcome all for this webinar. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Nothing is impossible. The word itself says, I'm possible. I would like to introduce a resource person, Mr. K. Madhavan, research scholar, Department of Computer Science, University of Madras, Chennai. He completed his master's and MPhil in computer science. He is applying his progressive knowledge, innovative thinking, and hard work for his productive research work. Now he is currently working in the research area of agricultural automation engineering, computer vision-based sensor technologies for crop phenotyping and supports plant breeding, crop plant research and precision agricultural robotics applications. He published one of his research work in the International Journal of Future Generation, Communication and Networking, and his article Education and the Educationist, Local Educationist, in Blue Eye magazine. He is receiving a University Research Fellow sponsorship from the University of Madras. Now I request our resource person, Mr. Madhavan, to take the floor and proceed with the presentation.
You need to unmute, Madhavan.
Thank you, ma'am. Shall I start my presentation? Thank you. In our webinar topic for tips for all the research scholars. So this is our agenda for the webinar: introduction and PhD course details, and third for PhD course offering universities, fourth fellowships and the subsets of central government fellowships, state government fellowships, and corporate NGO fellowship schemes, and fifth part of project grants for research proposals, and sixth one for funding agencies for research activities, and also for research project fellowships, research assistant post fund from multiple companies, and sixth part of postdoctoral fellowships in India offering universities and schemes, and the final one for conference and seminar for travel grants in researchers. So now I introduce a PhD. So what is PhD? PhD means it full to got a knowledge for a researcher or to be a student. It's a final degree for the stream of subject in studying of the areas. So the PhD fellowships is the important one to be a good research work and to get a more than publications for a reputable journals and good journals. So the fellowship is an important one. So in India, PhD is for 3 to 4 years to offering students. So the most of the PhD students to got fellowships in below 35 years. So that is an important one for everyone studying PhD. Below 35, if you got a fellowships and scholarships. So second part, this is the PhD course details in India. The PhD is the highest level degree of program in a particular stream. It has been conducted many subjects, humanities and commerce, science, management and laws, and etc. for all the subjects. So the full form of Doctor of Philosophy. The duration of the course for 3 to 6 years depends upon the university norms. Various universities is available in India. There are several norms, but the UGC norms 2 to 5 years is the average to be given for all the universities. So age limit, there is no age limit for PhD course pursuing. So the admission procedures for entrance exam and personal interview depends upon the university guidelines. Some universities conducted central universities common entrance eligible test for PhD candidates, and some universities to separate entrance exam conducted and personal interview also conducted. The minimum percentage of eligibility to pursue in PhD for 55 to 60% in your post graduation. Average fees incurred for 55,000 to 4 lakh per annum will be for different universities. So, our third top universities offered PhD courses in Tamil Nadu. The government universities, first our University of Madras and second ACSIR in Chennai CLRI campus also given a top level of research PhD and IDDP integrated PhD course for MTech and PhD courses. And third for IIT Madras, NIT Trichy, Tamil Nadu Dr. Ambedkar Law University, Central University Thiruvarur, and Central University nearby Puducherry, Anna University, Alagappa University, IIM Trichy, and NLU Trichy, MKU. So Tamil Nadu Veterinarian and Animal University, Manoniman Sundarnath University, Periyar University. There are several universities providing government universities. This is the top 20 universities provided PhD courses in government organizations. So next for top private universities offering PhD in Tamil Nadu. There are also some 17 top universities in Tamil Nadu offering PhD. So Satyabama University and Bharat Institute, MGR Educational University, Shastra, Wales, Karanya University, BS Abdur Rahim, Crescent Institute, Veltech, SRM, and Karpagam University, IIT Trichy, Amit University. So these types of universities providing private type of offering PhDs. So and next one for top universities offering PhD in India. There are almost 60 to 70 universities, top universities offering PhD in India. There are several subject-based and several criteria-based PhDs are available in India. Some of them notified for in Tamil Nadu and Chennai also included in this list. So Hindustan University and Indira Gandhi Open Universities, and also Tamil Nadu Open University. The Open Universities also provide PhDs for scholars. So Jamia Millia, Osmania University, Banaras Hindu University, that means IIT Varanasi. This is the top universities offering PhDs in India. Tamil Virtual University also included. So the next part, PhD fellowships in India. If you joined a PhD in India, when you got fellowships and scholarship, this is the very critical and to be a hypothetical part in your research. So in your research area is one part, and another part to be typical for got a fellowship. So the PhD fellowships in India for classified three types. First, the central government agencies providing fellowships and state government institutions or agencies providing fellowships. Third one for corporate and NGO fellowships. So this is the classification and the types of PhD fellowships in India. We almost 80 to 90% top level of fellowships mentioned here. So in central government, Prime Minister Fellowship, Fulbright Nehru Doctoral Research Fellowship, and Jawaharlal Nehru Fellowship, ICHR Fellowship, Maulana Azad, NCRT, and CSIR UGC NET JRF Fellowship, Rajiv Gandhi National Fellowship for SC/ST candidates, National Fellowship for OBSC and TWAS DBT Postgraduate Fellowship. This year introduced for UGC Savitri Bai Jyotirao Phule Fellowship for Single Girl Child. And these topics we will be discussed in next slides. And now state government post-matric fellowship, SC/ST fellowship, and OBC fellowships are here in state government focused for Tamil Nadu. And the corporate and NGO fellowships for Google PhD fellowship, IBM, Microsoft, TCS, and etc. Some of the fellowships to be given opportunities for corporate and NGO fellowships. So, and another one format is here for PhD research scholar to get a funding opportunity for his fellowship. For this is existing one central, state, and corporate and NGO format, and this is the another one part, very important one for researcher. Some researchers to got this type of fellowships for project fellow, field assistant, and research assistant, university fellow, and teaching fellow. This type of project fellows to be a particular scheme for a particular year or particular research topic in a period of time to be given for this fellowships. So we'll also discuss this type of project fellowship and some standard fellowships. So first, the central government fellowship and scholarship schemes for PhD research scholars. So first, this is the highlighted table for funding agencies and application time and the scholarship name. First, the Prime Minister Research Fellowship, PMRF, funded by MHRD, Government of India. And second, Nehru Fellowship, this is Agency for United States Indian Educational Foundation. And third, for Jawaharlal Nehru Memorial Fund and ICHR Maulana Azad. This is the application times for central government agencies fellowships. So every year, that type of month will be open for application to apply for a PhD scholars. And next for CSIR UGC NET, everybody knows about CSIR UGC. So the time for 2 sessions, June, December, Rajiv Gandhi and National Fellowships. This is the highlighted table bar. We will discuss 1 to 11 for some of the explanations and the guidelines briefly for next slides. So first, for Prime Minister Fellowship for doctoral research, the Prime Minister Fellowship to be launched for good research works and innovation research work for the PhD scholars. If you got a monthly stipend for 70,000 and the duration for 4 years, it will be encouraged to be for full-time research scholars, and there are 100 slots of fellowship available annually to given for PhD scholars in India for studying in recognized universities. This 100 slot will be vary for some times. It will be increased also. So this is the website for PMRF. So the Prime Minister Doctoral Fellowship maintained by CERB agency. So this is the website. We'll go and online registration will be available here to apply for the particular time to got a Prime Minister Fellowship. And second, this is the highlights for PMRF. So this is the provider and first year scholarship amount 70,000 per month, and second year for 80,000 will be given for JRF and SRF. So second, Fulbright Nehru Doctoral Research Fellowship. The Fulbright Doctoral Nehru Research Fellowship for 6 to 9 months for in a period of PhD. This is also included for tuition fees and trip and field trips. This is the highlights for Fulbright Nehru Doctoral Fellowship. The provider for United States and Indian Educational Foundation collaboration format. Fellowship amount will be variable for your research work, and scholarship type for merit based. Eligibility, you have most of the fellowship is eligibility for complete postgraduate and pursuing currently full-time research scholar in a recognized Indian universities. So this is the website for Fulbright Nehru Doctoral Fellowship. So the 22 to 24 fellowship is available here. Then apply for online. Then your research proposal also. It will be, the organization will given for fellowships. So third, for Jawaharlal Nehru Memorial Fund Scholarship, it will be focused on a doctoral program of science, sociology and philosophy. The scholarship year for 2 years maximum will be given. You must be 35 years below age, and also you be a full-time research scholar in university. The provider for Jawaharlal Nehru Memorial Fund. The scholarship amount for 15 to 18,000 per month. The scholarship type is merit based. So this is the website for Jawaharlal Nehru Memorial Fund website. This is the some of the guidelines will be available here and eligibility conditions. To apply this website to be how to apply, then click, your application will be available here. So next, ICHR Junior Research Fellowship. This fellowship for only the field of historical research scholars. Some team of the research will be historical research. That candidate will be eligible to apply for ICHR JRF Fellowship. So it is also for 16,500 to 17,600 per month in the period of 2 years. So this is the website for ICHR Junior Research Fellowship. It will be some entrance exam also available here. So the examination will be clear, then the ICHR provided fellowship for everyone. So this is the highlights for ICHR fellowships. So the fellowship type for online entrance exam based, and also your research title will be historical research. The application time for November to December in every year. It will be changed sometimes. So fifth one for Maulana Azad National Fellowship. So this fellowship to be eligibility for family income less than 6 lakh, and also another one important for the fellowship will be given for only 6 notified minority communities: Buddhist, Christian, Jain, Muslim, Parsi, and Sikh. Include the notified communities. So some of the scholar will be pursuing MPhil and PhD, that they are eligible for applying Maulana Azad National Fellowship. It's got 28,000 per month in 5 years. So this is the highlights for Maulana Azad Research Fellowship. The agency provided for Ministry of Minority Affairs. So this is also entrance exam based. If you cleared only NET or CSIR UGC NET, you will apply easily to get a Maulana Azad National Fellowship. And the application timeline for twice in year, June and December. This is the website for Maulana Azad National Fellowship. So the scheme details and application formats is available here. So the eligible candidates will be applied. So next, the NCERT Doctoral Fellowship for PhD. The NCERT is main focused for support meritorious students to cover the expenses of tuition fees, accommodation, books, and other charges. It will be available for recognized university. Will be apply the eligible condition, and interview and exam based fellowship, and also the proposal you given in NCERT committee. The duration of 3 years.
No problem.
And the NET exam without NET exam. Both fellowships are given for NCERT doctoral fellowship. You will be clear the NET exam. That fellowship amount for 25,000. Non-qualified candidates is got a 23,000 fellowship. So some of the objectives are there. So this is the website for NCERT doctoral fellowship, and this will be started 2020. So now this is the application format, then fill. After you got a mail for a research proposal, then you submit a research proposal. After that, personal interview is available, and 3 stages you will be clear after the fellowship award letter will be sent in the mail. So this is the highlights for NCERT doctoral fellowship. And the next one for CSIR UGC NET fellowship. CSIR, very well known about all the research scholars. For CSIR and UGC NET fellowships, it will be cleared for JRF, junior research fellowship in higher percentages. They will be given for all the research scholars in the particular subjects. So this is the CSIR NTA NET website to apply the NET examination. Then after clearing the JRF, automatically you got a junior research fellowship in your posting universities. And this is for UGC NET. So this is the highlights for UGC JRF NET fellowships, 31,000 to 35,000 per month. And the fellowship duration for 5 years. You must qualify the NET examination. This is eligibility. And the next one for Rajiv Gandhi National Fellowship for SC/ST students. So this is another important one. So the eligibility condition for candidates should belong SC/ST community to be passed in postgraduate examinations, will be pursuing MPhil PhD in recognized university for eligible for applying Rajiv Gandhi National Fellowship. So this one for the website for Rajiv Gandhi National Fellowship. So the UGC University Grant Commission will maintain this fellowships. So this is to be given for objectives and targeted group. All the informations will be available here, and this is the online application to apply. The online application will be available shortly here, and also more options is there. So this is the highlights for Rajiv Gandhi National Fellowship. The candidates got 25,000 per month ST candidates, 31,000 per month for SC students for initial 2 years. They also awarded a JRF, and after 2 years, the SRF will be given for 20,000 per month for ST students, 35,000 for SC students, and contingency and other HRA will be available for the same UGC pay scales. So next for National Fellowship for OBC candidates, there are 300 slots awarded fellowship in every year to pursuing OBC category students, 3% reservation for persons with disabilities. The OBC candidates to not exceed 6 lakh per annum for his family income. So another candidates for already registered MPhil PhD candidates to eligible to apply. Transgender candidates are also eligible to apply for National Fellowship OBC candidate. So this is the highlights for a National Fellowship for OBC candidates. So 25,000 per month in initial 2 years and 28,000 per month in remaining 3 years. That means JRF and SRF, some contingency and escort assistant HRA also available in same of the UGC net pay scales. So another important one is the 300 slots will be changed or increased in every year. They are not permanent in 300 slots. Some years will be extended for the funding in central government. So next, PWA's DBT Postgraduate Fellowship Program. The Department of Biotechnology in India and UNESCO established the program. This program will be focused for PhD in biotechnology department students. The fellowship got a monthly stipended and the contingencies also available here. Some of the 35,000 and 50,000 for other benefits. The eligibility for 35 years maximum, and the end of the year will be calculated. The nationals in a developing country other than India also available to apply this fellowship. So this is the website for TWA's postgraduate fellowship. So this is the application to apply. The deadline for 15 June 2022 and the closing for 15 September already closed. So the next year will be open. Some of the eligible candidates to apply here. So this is some of the eligibility conditions for TWA's postgraduate fellowship program. So next, the UGC Savitri Bai Jyotira Phule Fellowship for a Single Girl Child. This year, this month, September 5, will be announced for University Grand Commission for this scheme. The eligibility for Jyotira Phule and Savitri Bai Fellowship scheme, eligibility candidate only for a single girl child, not for your brother and sister is there in your family. Only a girl child in this family without having any brother and sister to eligible for apply UGC Savitri Bai Phule Fellowship to help a single girl child children will receive the 35,000 per annum for contingency, and this is the relaxation for maximum 40 years age and 45 years for reserved candidates. So this is a very good opportunity for single girl child to pursuing PhD program. This is the highlights for UGC Savitri Bai Phule Fellowship. So 31,000 per month for initial 2 years JRF and 35,000 for SRF, and also contingency HRA. All are given for same UGC net pay scales. So this is the website for UGC Savitri Bai Phule Foundation. This is UGC Grand Commission maintained. So if you interested candidates to go and click the new user and to apply here. This is the eligibility and guidelines for here. The last date for 10/10/22, and also some of the other fellowships here. So this is the guidelines for fellowship. So we completed for central government fellowships almost 11 important fellowships we are discussing and explaining briefly. Second, we move on to state government fellowships and scholarships. This is the emblem of all the state governments, because every state government to be a different scheme for given for the state research scholars. So our Tamil Nadu government fellowships for Tamil Nadu PhD scholarships, they are maintained for Directorate of College Education. So the Tamil Nadu government PhD scholarship to be given for the current education, develop the Tamil Nadu research scholars innovative and ideas. So first one for Tamil Nadu scholarship 2022 for PhD students. This will be available for all the PhD scholars. You got a stipend for 3,000 per month. So the official website to be a Directorate of College Education. Application is here, and the interested candidates apply for download the application, then fill to submit the Directorate of College Education. So next for Tamil Nadu SC/ST Self Scholarship and Fellowship for SC/ST students pursuing in Tamil Nadu. So this is Adri Router and Tribal Welfare Department maintained for that scheme. This is the website. So some of the fellowships are notified here. So the PhD scholar in under the community of SC/ST candidate to apply here. So this is the another one for Geo will be published for 10,000 per month. The stipend will be separated 10,000 for 10 months. Almost 1 lakh to be given for Tamil Nadu government in PhD scholars. So we completed 2 fellowships, and third for corporate and NGO fellowships will be available. The first Google PhD fellowship in India. The Google Research and Outreach program to offer best PhD scholars to working on algorithms, computational neural networks, health researchers. So for all the researchers will collaborated with computer science based. That's researchers will be given for applying PhD fellowship. So this is the website link for Google PhD fellowship program. So the Google PhD fellowship program and the guidelines and the regions we are applicable for Asia, India and South Asia regions for apply here. So this is the highlights for Google PhD Fellowship Program. The fellowship amount for 20 lakhs 89 on 60 rupees. The fellowship based on type merit based program. The application time for March to April in every year. Second, for IBM PhD Research Fellowship, the IBM PhD Research Fellowship will be given for IBM. So the nominees must be nominated a doctoral faculty member. So not for the nominee themselves to apply IBM fellowship. The supervisor and the head of the institution will be forwarded your IBM fellowship application form. Then they are processed and to given a fellowship. So the eligibility for a PhD program in the 2 consecutive academic years for your good academic profile. Then after 3 years, you will be got this IBM PhD fellowship. In the previous fellowships are you will be pursuing in first year or second year, you apply for the fellowship. But IBM fellowship will be different from others. You will be apply the 3rd year of your PhD pursuing. That's the time you will be apply for IBM Research Fellowship. The awards for vary from different countries between $6,000 to $25,000 annually. So this is the website for IBM Research Fellowship. Okay, some of the technical mistakes in website. Yeah. Then go for IBM website and click for research area and focus publications is here. So this is the IBM research. Then go and select the fellowships to be applied here. So next, third one for Microsoft PhD Research Fellowship in Asian Pacific countries. We are India also available or applicable for this fellowship. The candidate completed BE, Tech or ME, MTech in computer science or MS. MS means MSc also to completed. Then pursuing a PhD in research area. So they are focused for academic performance and smart development skills and proving the ability for research and software developments. That type of scholars will be given fellowships. So this is the website link for Microsoft. So no problem. We will notify this website. Then after you will be check it. So next for TCS Research Scholarship Program, the Tata Consultancy Services, everyone know about. It is awarded to PhD holders with outstanding track records. After completion, the PhD, the scholars will be joined in TCS. They will given for the continuation of his research to given for monthly 25,000 per month in addition of the regular salary in the host institute to communicate with us. The eligibility for 55 years and the candidates must hold a PhD degree in life sciences, agriculture and a different type of research activities. So this is the website for TCS research program. So the eligibility and some of the scheme starting history and application and contacted person with names and email IDs is here. So we successfully completed some of the PhD fellowships schemes in India and Tamil Nadu and corporate level. Now we are moving on project grants for research proposals. So the project grants for research proposals will be applied for your supervisors. So through your supervisor and your department wise will be also another one funding opportunities here. So this is for research grant projects. So this is the agencies for research grant projects and this one for the research grant project schemes. So these schemes are fully applicable for the supervisor and the department based, not for a particular pursuing candidates. But the pursuing candidates also benefited for this research grants and schemes. So first for conservation leadership program for Kathy Stokes Memorial Award. So the website name is here. So this is the website. Some of the guidelines and eligibility and awarded listeds are here. So some interested candidates apply through the website. Second, see for the Azareli Global Scholars Program. This must have eligibility for hold a PhD in and also the 5 years full-time academic position. So this is for CIFAR research program. So the application also available here for 23 to 25 Global Scholars Program. So next for Individual Scientist Program for Scientific Research Council. So this is the Board of Research and Nuclear Sciences department will be given for projects through your departments. The eligibility and all the guidelines are here. Next for DPT Tata Innovation Fellowship. So some of the technical glitch. So please note that website. And second for this eligibility for 60 years, less than 60 years, and the 3 year and the 2 years of extension. Overall 5 years grant for the project. And another one for Ramalinga Swamy Re-Entry Fellowship is here. The fellowship will be given for that less than 45 years candidates, and also 3 years postdoctoral research experience will be here. That will be through your supervisor. You will be applying the duration of this program for 5 years. And next for DST Serb Agency Ramanujam Fellowship for mathematical scholars and professors. So the duration for 5 years. Next DST Serb JC Bose National Fellowship. The eligibility for PhD less than 68 years. The duration of that 5 years duration that given for funding. And DST Swarna Jayanati Fellowship. So this eligibility for must PhD age between 30 to 40 years and duration for 5 years. The deadline will be depends some of the organizations. So this is the Swarna Jayanti Fellowship scheme and the duration, and also the previous persons list to got a Swarna Jayanti Fellowship scheme. And now the application will be closed. Next year will be open here. And another one for IPRO Return Home Fellowship. This is the one-time fellowship grant for research professors and scholars to be pursuing postdoctoral fellowship. So this is the guidelines for IBRO, the project proposal formats. Next for Lady Tata Memorial Trust. So this is the eligibility Young Researcher Award with more than 10 years experience for independent lab and to hold a PhD. The duration for 3 plus 2 years based scheme for funding, and served Science and Technology Award for Research Star awarding. And also the professors and the principal investigators will be eligible for apply the Star Award. The funding for 3 years, and power grant is very, very important one for okay, the website sometimes it will be some technical errors. So the power grant eligibility for to creating a funding framework empowering women researchers in science. To also the professors will eligible completely for power grant projects. The funding also given for her salary credited within 3 years. So next for Maharishi Margadarshi Fellowship, the Young Scientist Leadership more than 10 years experience to eligibility for this fellowship, the 5-year duration, and intermediate research fellowship for 4 to 7 years PhD experience, and Department of Biotechnology Wellcome Trust India Alliance is the agency for that given for 5 years of funding. So we completed for 5 level of stages in fellowship, central, state, and corporate, and project grants proposal formats. So next for funding agencies for research activities. So we have discussed the role of funding agencies. The role of funding agencies to conduct research schemes and promote research in India, the science and medical research grants. The research funding is a term generally covering for funding researchers, and the type of the funding works. So they are to be supported for research, seminar, workshop, training program, fellowship for scholars. That means the project fellows, project assistant, and field assistant, lab technical assistant. Various postings are here in the role of funding agencies given a particular project, and travel and publication grants also given for funding agencies. So the funding agencies will be also 3 classifications in India. The research funding agencies for central government agencies and state government agencies, and also the corporate and NGO agencies. So the first, the state government agency for TANSKI, Tamil Nadu Science and Technology for Higher Education, and second for Tamil Nadu Science and Technology Society, and another one for Tani in Tamil Nadu Innovation Proposal, and next for central government proposals for Department of Science and Technology, Department of Biotechnology, and CSIR, MOES, Department of Atomic Energy, Department of Space, and the Indian Council for Agriculture Research, and ICMR, MEIT, and Ministry of Environment and Forest Education, New Energy Sources, and Ministry of Education. So this type of central government research funding agencies, there are 20 to 25 agencies are here, but this 15 is important to given for research scholars, and also the departments given for projects and fundings also. So another third part for corporate and NGO funding agencies, that is called for CSR, the Corporate Social Responsibility Agencies. So we will discuss briefly for research funding agencies. So first, state funding agencies in Tamil Nadu state level. First, the Tamil Nadu State Council for Higher Education is an important agency for in Tamil Nadu level, that is shortly called for TANSKI. It encouraged for various proposals for science and technology models. The TANSKI every year announced proposals for innovative research. So this is the website for TANSKI. Some of the research grants and projects or notifications will be announced here. That's the time the departments, faculties, or research scholars, and also the TANSKI given for postgraduate students fellowship also. That time will applied. So next for State Planning Commission for Tamil Nadu, this is for one agency is Tani. Tani means the Tamil Nadu Innovation Initiatives for Tamil Nadu government agencies. So this awarded for 5% of state fund to be given for research and development areas. So this is the website for Tani Tamil Nadu Innovation and Integrative Research Scheme. So the network will be slow. That's the reason for it will be reloaded. So this is the website. Website name is here. Please be noted for Tani short form. So next for Tamil Nadu State Council for Science and Technology. The Tamil Nadu State Council for Science and Technology is given for various and n number of projects for students, scholars, and departments. So to initiative the support the coordinated fundamental applied research programs in Tamil Nadu universities, the eligibility condition is Tamil Nadu universities only to be eligible for apply for the Tamil Nadu Science and Technology projects. So this is the website for Tamil Nadu Science and Technology. So you'll be waited for Tamil Nadu Science and Technology website. So please be noted Tamil Nadu Science and Technology website. So next we will be move on. Second, for central funding agencies in national level. So first, Department of Science and Technology. This is the very famous for department in research agency. It supported wide range activities for ranging promoting high and basic researches and to be based on skill development. So this is the DST website, Department of Science and Technology. The scientific programs are here to apply for all the scholars, professors. Some of the schemes are here. So next, second, for Department of Biotechnology is another important one, to be focused on biotechnology researchers. So this is the website for Department of Biotechnology website. So to be the regulations and schemes are here. The third one for Council of Science and Industrial Research, CSIR. The CSIR will be given for another various operations and projects for the researchers and projects. You can see the news and events. Most of the projects is here. And next, for Ministry of Earth Sciences, MOECES, the Ministry of Earth Sciences providing services for the research type of weather, climate, and ocean type researches. So this is the website for Ministry of Earth Sciences. All the agencies are given projects and proposals for in the news and announcement part. So this one you can see that all the proposals of some subjects. So next, for Department of Atomic Energy. The Department of Atomic Energy will focus for sustainable energies and technologies in the mission and industry areas. So this is the website for the Department of Atomic Energy. Also given for projects and fellowships for scholars and postgraduate students and postdoctoral also. Next, for Department of Space. The Department of Space Technology will maintain for Indian Space Research Organization. They are focused for remote sensing programs and remote sensing researchers and insert program for remote based robotics application supporters. So this is the website for Department of Research. So next, the Indian Council for ICAR. ICAR will be focused for agriculture research fundings and projects. So this is the ICAR website. Will be loaded here. Please note that for that website, and also given for the proposals. So and eighth one for ICMR. ICMR are already known about Indian Medical Research Associations. So it will be focused on scientific achievements for health targets and health researchers. So this is the ICMR website. To check that some of the supporting laboratories and fundings are available here, and collaboration research will be encouraged for this agency. Next, Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. So this agency focused for promoting the inclusive and sustainable growth of electronics in the information technology industries, promoting R&D innovation proposals. So this is the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. So the proposals also will be notified here. Next, the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change Department. The department focused to collaborate with environment programs and ICA MOD development and Center for Environment Development Program. So they are all focused for mountain and some of the environmental based controlled projects. So this is the website for MOEF. So please be noted the website name. Then after you can check it. So another one for Ministry of New Renewable Energy (MNRE) is focused for chemical based renewable sources and solar based sources also. So this is the Ministry of Renewable Energy, and some of the projects and some of the applications will be hiring for scholars and project fellows. So next for Ministry of Education, the Ministry of Education focused for school education, higher education, for education type of researchers. So this is the website for Ministry of Education, Government of India will be provided for education type of researchers and project fellowships. So next for Technology Development Board (TDB), this is to be focused on social relevant and profitable technologies for promoting new ideas in scholars. So this is a Technology Development Board. Some of the vacancies and proposals for is here. So most of all the central government agencies are want every time they are announced different type of projects and fellowships. So the researcher to be choose what type of research I do, that type of agency I'll be chosen, then I'll go for submit my proposal. You got a project fellowship and project funds. So for Science and Engineering Research Board, that is called SERB. This is an important for SERB to be given for various type of project fellowships for Indian scholars and students and faculties also. So this is the SERB. You can go to that website. You will be show this funding opportunities. Click here. There are too many funds are here. This is the awards and fellowships and schemes for applying for the fellowships and projects. So this is the important website for all the research scholars to be you want a project or a fellowship. So next and final one for National Board of Higher Mathematics. So NBHM was the NBHM only focused for mathematical researchers and doctoral fellowships and postdoctoral fellowship for mathematical based research scholars. So this is the website for NBHM. You can see that the fellowships are here. Postdoctoral fellowship 2021 result is here and PhD scholarships is here. This NBHM focused only for mathematical based research scholars to given for his proposals. Then you got a project or fellowships. So there are two parts are completed in research agencies, and then third part of corporate social responsibility and corporate NGO level of research agencies. This CSR format. So what is the CSR? The CSR means the corporate social responsibility. The corporate companies are provided fundings for social and some of the important research works to given for scholars and public and the universities. They are given some of the some of the corporate got 1,000 crores, then they spended 5 crores for or 2% given for public projects. So this is the top 20 companies for CSR projects in India. The first Reliance and TCS, HDFC, ONGC, Infosys, Tata Steel, and Wipro. All the top 20 companies are here for research fundings for CSR based funding projects and fellowships are available here. So we are complete 3 level of funding agencies. So and we move on 7th part, the postdoctoral fellowships in India. So after you hold a postdoctoral fellowship, doctoral fellowship, you will be applied for PDF. So first, the list of postdoctoral fellowships in India. The first CSIR Nehru Science Postdoctoral Fellowship, and second for NPDF National Postdoctoral Fellowships, the UGC, and SCST Postdoctoral Fulbright Nehru. Also, we discussed in doctoral fellowship, and also the Nehru Fulbright Fellowship given for postdoctoral researchers, and the sixth one for Ratan Tata Postdoctoral Fellowship, ICSSR, and Dr. D.S. Kothari Postdoctoral Fellowship, IDR Indira Gandhi Postdoctoral Fellowship, and Sir C.V. Raman Postdoctoral Fellowships is here. So this is the briefly explained for postdoctoral fellowships. So first for CSIR Nehru Science Postdoctoral Fellowship, some of the highlights is there. So funding agency for CSIR, subject area science and agriculture, and some of the departments. The maximum age limit 37 for some of the 32 and 37, not for 32 plus 37. The fellowship amount for 65,000 plus HRA, duration for 3 years. So this is the website for CSIR Nehru Science Fellowship Program. So this website, go and check it, the eligibility and age limit, and some of the guidelines are here. Then apply for this Nehru Science Postdoctoral Fellowship. So second for National Postdoctoral Fellowship is here. So National Postdoctoral Fellowship funding agency for SERB, the subject area science and engineering and medicine based eligibility. The candidate must hold a PhD. The applicant, another important one for that must be an Indian citizenship you got. Then the maximum age limit for 32 plus and 37, 32 to 37. The fellowship amount for 55,000 per month, and 35,000 for contingencies and some of the PC submitted candidates. So the duration for 2 years, the application period 2 years. So this is the website for National Postdoctoral Fellowship. So the detailed brief details are here. Then also apply application in online formats. So next for UGC Postdoctoral Fellowship for women candidates. So this is eligibility for 55 years and 60 years for reserved candidates, minority women candidates in proceeding postdoctoral scholars. So the eligibility PhD and the subject area for science and technology, humanities and other social sciences. Fellowship amount for 38,000 per month for initial 2 years, and another after 46,500. So duration for 5 years. So this is the website for UGC Postdoctoral Fellowship for women candidates. So the application will be available soon. Next for postdoctoral fellowship in SCST candidates is maintained for UGC, and the maximum age limit 50 age. Fellowship amount for 38,800 per month for first 2 years, after 46,500. So this is the website for postdoctoral fellowship for SCST candidate. Also the application will be available very soon. Next for Fulbright Nehru Postdoctoral Fellowships here. So this is the eligibility for PhD degree with within the past 4 years and excellent skills. So age limit is not there, and the application must be a legal citizen will be available to eligible to apply the scholarship. Duration 2 years. So this is the website for Fulbright Nehru Doctoral Postdoctoral Fellowship. So this is the eligibility conditions and applications also here. And sixth one for Ratan Tata Postdoctoral Fellowship. So the Ratan Tata Postdoctoral Fellowship eligibility for PhD on social science with the focus on South Asian regions. So the applicant in SAARC countries, including India, the host institute for London School of Economics and the Political Sciences. The fellowship amount for 1,750 pounds per month. So the duration of 6 months. So this is the website for Ratan Tata Fellowships. So you can see that eligibility criteria and application is here. So next for ICSSR Postdoctoral Fellowship. The eligibility for PhD degree of social science disciplines applicant must be an Indian. The host institute for university and research institute in India, maximum age limit 45 years, the fellowship amount for 31,000 per month, and the contingency 25,000. The period of 2 years. So this is the website for ICSSR postdoctoral fellowship. So this detailed subjects and guidelines eligibility applications are here. Please be noted. So next for Dr. S. Kothari postdoctoral fellowship in India, the funding agency for UGC, the subject area of science, eligibility to hold a PhD degree, and the application to be submitted, the applicant must be an Indian. The maximum age limit is 35 years, and the fellowship amount for 43,400 for first year, and the second year for 45,000. So the age relaxation also will be here for 3, 5, and 10-year relaxation for OBC, SC, ST, and PWD candidates. So this is the website for Dr. S. Kothari postdoctoral fellowship scheme. The link and application is here, and all the details for the fellowship guidelines are here. So, and the ninth one for IG IDR fellowship. So the IG IDR postdoctoral fellowship is given for that IG IDR scheme. So the postdoctoral fellows will receive the consultant amount of 70,000 per month for 2 years. The eligibility must be an Indian to apply the scheme under the 40 years of age, secure minimum 55,000 of mark. So the 10th one, okay, I will check the website. This is the Indira Gandhi Institute of Development Research postdoctoral program. You can check that application and guidelines are here. So next for Sir C.V. Raman postdoctoral fellowship maintained by IISc Bangalore. So the Indian Institute of Science to be maintained for the fellowship postdoctoral. The consultant monthly package for 1 lakh. In addition, they will be receive a research grant for 8 lakhs per year. So this is the, I think, highest fellowship amount for postdoctoral. So eligibility for PhD with the first class or equivalent in a degree and a good academic record, and also to be repetitive and to be a good publication records. Candidates should less than 32 years will be applicable for the scheme. So this is the C.V. Raman fellowship website maintained by IISc. Okay, we can move on next slide. So please note the website iisc.ac.in postdoctorals. So this website, go and check it for the C.V. Raman postdoctoral fellowship. So we successfully completed 7 parts, and then final part of conference and seminar travel grant for researchers and some of the project fellows. So this is the list of travel grants for conference and international, national level for Indian students, funding agencies or funding schemes for this listed. First for DST International Travel Grant and EMBO practical courses for EMBO workshops, and IBRO travel grant is available. This is only for Indian students. The ICMR travel grant and the CTEP travel grant and Ratan Tata Trust travel grants and IBM travel grants. If a research scholar to go and publish or to be submitted his papers in other countries or other areas, these fellowships and grants will be very, very helpful for type of researchers. So another IBM travel grant, NBHM travel grant, and Proud Fund Your Conference Board and SIAM travel grant. So bio travel grant is here, and the final one for Indian Association IARCS travel grants and INLAX research travel grants and IITB travel grants and Association of Science Development Faculties travel grant, Indian Emblem, Indian Council to be also provided a travel grants, and another one for historical research program travel grants. These TWAS, we already discussed the TWAS research grants, and then SDEF travel grants are also available here, and Royal Society and Indian Academy of Neurology travel grant. So this is the important travel grants we are listed here, and some type of another grants are also is there in India. So this is the mainly focused and most of the targeted persons to be used grants we will listed in this slides. So our I completed 8 topics and 8 parts for this agenda of webinar. So now thank you for all of us. Another one important one I will be told of you here. So we will discuss for this webinar for research scholars and postdoctoral fellowships, and another one for research grants. So the most of the 90% of people not very well known about the important one for ACSIR Academy. So I will discuss just 2 minutes for this topic. So this is the this is for ACSIR academics. So this will be maintained for our central government CSIR organization. The ACSIR online PhD programs will be given for all the institutions. That means not the institutions, they will provide the labs. So most of the universities will be given for PhD for academics based. But the CSIR is focused for lab-based PhD researchers. So that is the important one for to be studying a research person, to be with enormous and to be enlarged lab facilities are here. So this is the programs for offering CSIR. So this is PhD in Sciences. There are 2 sessions are here. The first is in Jan and second session is now opened. PhD in Sciences and PhD Engineering and MTech. So this is an important one. Integrated MTech and PhD program will be available here. So IDDP program in engineering. So this is also available to given the opportunity for studying PhD in bachelor level to higher level. So and also granting MTech. So this is the eligibility criteria for applying PhD. Must, this is the common and must eligible for a NET or a GATE to be qualified. You will go to apply the ACSIR institutions. So this is the centers for available in India, all over the India. Almost 39 labs are given for PhD programs. So different variations in our Tamil Nadu, CLRI Chennai, and one Kanyakumari is on there, and also the Thoothukudi one lab is there. So some of all the type of researches will be conducted in the labs for CSIR based institutions. So this is the lab name, and these courses are available, are given for scholars and students. So this is the coordinator and the contact state, and the website link is here. Our CLRI near for Chennai also provided PhD programs for students. So you can saw that there are almost 50 institutions to be given PhD for students. So this is a very important one. Then there are some forms in type of researchers. So please be noted this website ACSIR admission portal. You can check it and apply for your PhDs in the lab-based researches. This is also to be different in academic and lab-based research. So okay, final I will be move on. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Madhavan. It was really, I could understand how tremendous work is involved in preparing such a compilation of the available scholarships. It was really a very good eye opener for all the participants present here. Thank you so much for your work. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you,
Any
ma'am.
other queries from the participant side? Any questions, queries? And we shall go for a formal vote of thanks.
A moment of difference make a differences in your attitude. I deem it a great honor to propose the vote of thanks to all who have helped us in making this event a grand success. Firstly, I would like to thank our Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. S. Gauri sir, for his support and encouragement for this event. I would like to thank Registrar Dr. S. Elumalai sir for his support and encouragement. I thank our resource person, Mr. K. Madhavan, for his valuable time and for sharing his knowledge. I would like to register my thanks to the convener of this event, Dr. B. Lavanya ma'am, for conducting this event. Finally, I would like to thank the participants for their cooperation in making this webinar a grand success. Thank you all. Thank you once again. Now I request the participants to fill out the feedback form. The link has been shared in the chat box. Thank you all. Thank you once again.
So I would like to thank our universities, VC and Register, and our very good coordinator for my webinar guide, Dr. B. Lavanya ma'am, for this opportunity given for me. And also thank my co-scholars, Sasipriya ma'am, Vageshwari ma'am, and Ramesh sir, Nirmala madam. So thank you. Thanks to given opportunity.
Thank you, Madhavan. It was indeed a really good, very good presentation. To all the websites and so on. Thank you. Thank you very much. It was a very good work.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks to all.
Thank you all participants for patiently listening and taking away this knowledge with you. Thank you all. So we'll meet after, we'll meet in another such program.